We're in Los Angeles today with Teri Garr, one of Hollywood's most beloved actresses, to talk about her memoir, Speed Bumps. Teri, thanks for joining us.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
You talk about you moved from dancing to acting. How did you make that transition?
I don't know, but it was hard. And I just think it took me at least 10 years to go from being a dancer to being an actress. And I almost think now that it would have been better off if I was a waitress to go to be an actress. Because when you're a dancer, they go, oh, well, then you can't act or something. So, or you're a hooker. I don't know. But I just, it took me a long time.
You've crossed paths with so many huge stars. Can you tell us about meeting the Beatles?
The Beatles. I don't remember. Oh, yes, the Beatles. Well, I was in London with some friends, and I was staying at Cass Elliott's apartment, and their road manager for the Mamas and Papas was there. And he came and asked us, there was a bunch of us staying there, if we wanted to go to a Beatles recording session. So we did, and it was great, and we got to see the Beatles and watch them record, and then John had just gotten his new car. It was a Rolls Royce painted like a caravan, so he said, do you birds want to get with us and drive around? And we went, well, okay. So we did.
I would have loved to have been there.
I know, it was great fun. It was just like a dream.
How is it that you picked your roles in comedy classics like Oh God and Tootsie?
After I did Young Frankenstein, which was the first thing that kind of put me on the map, I got a lot of offers to do things that were in the comic vein. So it was great fun to be able to do those things. And I love comedy. I enjoy laughing, oddly enough. So I did it a lot.
You were also a regular on the David Letterman show for many years. What kept you there?
Well, I was his wife. I was married to him, and he owed it to me. That's not true. I loved doing that show. I felt very lucky that he asked me back, but every time they'd ask me back a lot. And I'd say, oh, somebody fell out, somebody died, what happened? It never occurred to me that maybe he liked the rapport he had with me.
Your book chronicles your struggles with multiple sclerosis. Now, how did you come to deal with this over the years?
I started to get some symptoms about 25 years ago, and then I couldn't seem to get a diagnosis of what it was, and then the symptoms would go away. So then I figured it was gone. It was like a cold sore or something. So then it would come back, and I would go to a doctor, and they say, we don't know what this is. And I think years ago they didn't have the kind of diagnostic equipment that they do now to say, yeah, this is MS. And not only that, but they can diagnose it better now, and they have medicine for it, which is the good news. And so means there's hope for people who have MS.
Even with all the symptoms of MS, you continued your acting career. That's quite an accomplishment. How did you do this?
If you get a diagnosis for something that's a big disease or something, it makes you stop and think about life. And what do you want to do with your life? I mean, it becomes much more serious and more finite. What are you going to do with this? And I decided to do the most positive thing I could do, which was to keep going and to keep trying to work.
Well, there's a lot of similarities just in being an actor, just to begin with.
Exactly, and the hide of a rhinoceros and everything, because all you ever do is, no, you're not right, you're too young, you're too old, you're too fat, you're too thin. And that was from the get-go. So I figured, I've had that kind of adversity all the time, so I might as well, it's another thing to add. MS, big deal. Okay, go on. So I did.
Well, Teri, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me. This has been just so much fun.
Teri Garr's book, Speed Bumps, is funny, warm, and personally moving. She talks about her life in show business, speed bumps and all. This book is a wonderful read, so pick up your copy today and read the book. Until next time, I'm James Michael Tyler. Goodbye.